All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to MolarGold. Yeah. Today we're actually going to look into the gold asset one more time. All right. And we are going to take it to the next level. Last time we did the other blocks, fair value gaps, and all. Today we are going to look at something very, very different, and that is the market sessions. Sessions are very, very important. Very, very important. Sessions are very, very important. Okay, so before I continue, if you can hear me, type 111. If you can see my screen, type 222 before I continue. Okay, perfect. We're going to start with the analysis on gold, and then we are going to move into the educational aspects, which is the sessions, trading sessions, how it's important to be at the right time. Okay, yeah, some of you sit down for a very long time before you take a trade, and that is a good character, that is a good behavior, that is very, very good. Okay, yeah, you need to be able to do these things, because as a trader, one thing that you need most is discipline. You have to be disciplined, very, very disciplined. If you are not, what is going to happen is that you'll be losing here and there because you are not disciplined. So discipline is very, very important, very, very important. It's a key concept, very, very important in the market. Okay, very, very important. So you need to be very, very disciplined. You need to understand what exactly you are doing before. Right, perfect. So now that we have gotten such an idea on what exactly we'll be doing, let's dive into the whole step. Okay, so I'm going to go into it one at a time. I'm going to go into it one at a time. So guys, stay with me. Let's dive into this. Okay, so what happened? What happened? Gold is actually on this important wave. Gold is actually on this important wave, right? And what is the wave? One second, guys. So what is the wave? Price actually started an ABC correction right from the top. It was very, very impulsive 5-wave move, gave us a 3-wave correction, gave us another impulse, right? And I told you I'm still expecting one more drop before we go to the upside. One more, right? I'm still expecting that move, and it's very, very important. We have to get it before we move to the upside. Okay, and I can see it right from here. So price did an ABC correction, A, B, and C. This is a 5-wave with 1, with 2, with 3, with 4, with 5. And this is the ABC correction with A, B, and C, just like that. And then we have, in fact, let me change the colors so that we understand it very well. With 1, with 2, with 3, with 4, and with 5. So I'm going to use the color blue in here. All right. Okay, these are in blue. All right. Then currently we have the 5-wave with 1, with 2, with 3, with 4. So I'm expecting the last move, which is this very move, okay, with 5. I'm expecting that. And I told you what can happen or what possibly can happen, okay? So I gave you the scenario that this could have actually been like this, with 1, with 2, then this is with 3, with 4, and with 5. All right, but when you look at the sizes, they are not the same, they don't match. So this is with 1, this is with 2, this is with 3, and this size look exactly like that one, right? So it makes a lot of sense that we should get one more move before we go to the upside. Very, very important. Okay, perfect. So now that we understand this thing, now that we understand this, we know that we are expecting one more move. Okay. Now, when we are from wave C, okay, when we are from wave C, price impulse, it does not wait. It does the impulse. Okay. So if we are actually in wave C, price should not be doing this kind of corrections. All right, it should not be doing this. Okay, yeah, we also know that sometimes price moves in a sideways correction and then it trends. It can move in a sideways, but yet it will be trending. It will not be like this. Okay, it won't be like that. So in a sideways correction, it will just be doing this kind of move, but it will be trending. So you get a W, X, Y, X, and then a Z. Okay, yeah, it can be doing that as well. It can even do a bigger correction, just like W, X, then we do a Y, and then we go the same way, X, Y, X, Z. But it, like I said, it will be trending, but it will correct in the form of trending. You get it, guys? So that's how price behave. But from this side, what I'm seeing is 1, 2, 3. That's all I'm seeing. I'm not seeing anything else. Okay, because we have this, and this fulfill the rules of alternations. So if that is the case, we expect that price should continue to go to the downside. Once we make the down move, we can expect the up move. Okay, and last week when I said that price actually confirmed this thing, okay, price did a confirmation. So what was the confirmation that we got? Let me show you the confirmation. Whenever we get into the PRZ, what happens is that price will make an impulsive move. Okay, impulsive. It tells you that, okay, this is the PRZ, right? And that's what price did. Price made the impulsive move, made impulse. So now that it is doing this, all that is doing is correction. And basic chart patterns, trend lines, we are out of this trend line. You can see we touched, we touched, we touched, we touched, and then we break, we touch. So now here's what we call the break and retest, right? So now we've broken out and we are retesting, and we should retest in 3. We'll come to the SMC and you're going to understand perfectly. So it comes in a 3 like this before we start going down, and I've drawn that already. Okay, I've drawn that already to give you the idea of whatever we're expecting. Right, now let's come into the SMC. Let's come into the SMC. We're going to start from the higher time frame so that we all understand. So we're actually coming from a golden POI or a GPOI, right? And price have made the impulsive move and it's now waiting or correcting. Okay, in the 1 hour we can see the same structure I drew earlier on, right? The same structure is happening. And what is that structure? SMC is even making it more clearer. 1, 2, and 3. Very simple. That is what we are seeing. It's very, very simple. This is a very simple structure. Right? If that is the case, what are we expecting? We're expecting the drop, right? That's what we're expecting. So they either come to fill this FVG and then they come down, or they've already filled the golden POI and we are going to the downside, and we can see that happen already. You can see that happen already, right? So price is actually getting into it. So when you watch from the impulse, price did an impulsive move. And what is it doing now? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, very simple move. Again, the same move I just explained to you. A, B, and C. Very simple move. Right? So that's basically what is happening. Now, let's get into the 5 minutes and I'm going to show you. I told you guys I'm the greedy type of trader, right? So I'm always looking at the very, very cheap prices. But when you look in here, we started this as the actual or the base order block, right? Perfect. And price was mitigated right from here. So then it means that this is where we are starting. So we will drop down to this block, right? And this block has been mitigated. You can see clearly it was mitigated, but it's not fully mitigated. Okay, it's not fully mitigated. All right, but then we confirmed the swing. A swing was confirmed right here. Okay, right here, a swing has been confirmed. So if that is the case, it means that this will be transferred in here. That is also fully mitigated. In fact, let me do this, Control Z. That is fully mitigated. You can see fully mitigated by this one. So it means that this is the guy, this is the new one, and this is also fully mitigated. So we've seen the mitigations of all. Now let me show you the confirmations of the swings, the colors. So it means that we are entering into red degree, right? We are entering into red degree. Okay. So I'm going to do that and then I'm going to show you. All right, so this is going to be a red degree. Okay, this is going to be a red degree. All right, red degree. Let's go, guys. You can be giving me some reactions. Okay, yeah, red degree. So R, let's get it there. Good. So this is going to be the red degree. I'm going to color it very shortly. So there's a red degree right here. Another one right there. Then what happens? This, okay, we've not had a swing confirmation. Let me confirm from this side. Let me confirm from this side. Okay, so we have a swing confirmation. So we have a swing confirmation right from here. All right, so it means that this can be a red or a black, but for now we are going to use a black for now. Okay, in fact, let me use the red so that it just goes into it. So that I don't get confused at some point. All right, so that's basically it. Now that we have seen this tells us or gives us the idea of whatever is happening, and price should actually sweep to the downside. I think I've made all these analysis already and I've posted that. So it's very, very important for you to follow us to see how things unfold, right? Perfect. If you have any questions on the analysis, you can ask questions if you have any questions. So at this point, all that we are expecting on this analysis is a downpour, right? When we get into somewhere here, we should expect some reactions, okay? But I told you guys yesterday and some few days ago, that was Thursday, thereabout. Yeah, I told you that we're expecting more downpour, and even today I've given you the same idea. The idea has not changed, right? More downpour. Okay, so our main direction is the downside. Our main direction is the downside. Don't forget that. Okay, so whenever somebody was asking me, Doc, can I take the buy? And I said, yes, you can take the buy, but it's only a scalp, and that is it. And this actually is like 800 pips. 800 pips straight, right there. 800 pips. Okay, 800 pips. If you learn something from fair value gaps or the other blog educations, you would understand that. Let me show you. You understand what this means. So I gave you two POIs, and you can see immediately it was mitigated fully. So you don't need this POI anymore. It's gone. That was why it gave the reaction. It's gone. Now what is next is this one. And you see they came, they tap it, and simple move. Easy. Just like that. Okay? Yeah. So now let's get into the reason why most of you are here. Okay? Let's get into that. And what is that? Is the session. So we are actually going to look at the sessions. And first of all, you have to download the sessions indicator. Okay? Yeah. Unless you are very, very good, you can spot the sessions by your own self. It's fine. But if that is not the case, then you need to learn, or you need to use the sessions indicator. So I'm going to use the sessions indicator by Lezalgo. Okay, yeah, sessions indicator by Lezalgo. Where is it? Sessions. Okay. So sessions indicator by Lezalgo, right? You're going to use that. That is the indicator you are going to use. All right, good. Now let's make it to suit us. I don't like Australia, Sydney, and the range outline. I don't like it. Then I also don't like the daily dividers or the period separators. I don't like them. This is all I want. Okay. Now, with the sessions indicator or with sessions, we are going to learn only two different things. Okay. In fact, let's break it down. So today we will do one of the sessions, and another time we're going to do the others. Okay. All right. So everything is based or is focused around the Tokyo sessions. Tokyo or the Asia session. Everything is around it. Every single thing is around it. So once you understand this, this profile, you're going to understand a lot of things, right? So today, what we have is what is called the London compression, right? London compression. This idea was actually explained to me by one of my greatest friends. He's $1 million trader, right? Yeah, he's in Russia. But he's a Ghanaian actually, but he's in Russia. He's $1 million trader. That guy is fucking rich. All right. So he explained this sessions to me like a baby, and I actually understood. Okay, and I'm going to do that exactly for you. You can see the session high and then the session low of the Asian session. Okay, you can see the high and then the low, the high and then the low. Okay, the Asian session high and then the Asian session. Oh, I see the reason why people are not actually on the session today. Hey, human beings. Yeah. When you are on the live or you're on the session, you have to post the link, and I have actually forgotten that totally. That oh, I see the reason why people are not. Okay, so let me let me copy the link so that I can share. And that is the reason. That is the reason why people are not actually on the session today. I just got the idea. All right, so let me post it on here. Let me post here and post that here also. All right. Yeah, a lot of people just human being. Yeah, Charlie. Okay, so that's basically it. That's basically it. Let's get on. Now you will see that the number is going to increase. You are going to see it. Okay, so you see the Asian high and then the Asian low created. The first 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours defines what is going to happen. That is what is defined it. Okay, perfect. So within this area, the first, once you find the area, the Asian high and then the Asian low, immediately landing opens. Immediately landing opens. The first 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours defines what is going to happen. Okay? Yeah, that is why I use the 30 minutes so that I can see what really happened. Okay? So you see, London is open. This is the first 30 minutes. We are waiting. So you need the next 1 hour. Like I told you, from here I already know my direction. From here I can already tell you my direction. I've already told you my direction. But then once you see this and you now say it, it means that you have defined the range. Okay, good. The next thing is that first 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours, okay, that first 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours of landing tells you whether we are going to have a compression or expansion. Okay, so if landing everything close within this session, it means that don't waste your time in landing. There's not going to be a lot of activities in landing. Okay, because landing will trade within this level. So it means that the first 1 hour, 30 minutes, landing must break one of these sides. If landing does not break any of the sides, then it will compress. It will be inside Asia. So the first 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, landing must either break the high of Asia or low of Asia. That should happen. All right. When it breaks the high of Asia or the low of Asia, then that is the trend. It has set the trend. Okay? It has set the trend. Let's look at what I'm actually talking about. So you see, this was Asia. The first 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes, we did not break the low. We didn't break the high of Asia. So what will happen to London? London will compress inside Asia. And you can see that clearly. London compressed inside Asia. So this is called the London compression. Right? This is actually called the London compression. Now look at this. The first 1 hour 30 minutes, we've already broken the high of Asia. That is the first 30 minutes. It is the first 1 hour. We broke the high of Asia. So that has set the pace. You can see Asia, London, this was the Asian high. Let me mark it so that you see. So this was the Asia high as at the time. London came first, blue, red candle. Then the second red candle actually took out the high. Right? So now that has set the direction, the pace, or the direction of Asia. Sorry, the direction of London. So London will expand. So that is why you saw the expansion in London. If you don't understand, please ask questions. Okay? If you don't understand, please ask questions. Let's get it here again. Let's get it here again. So you see, this is what happened. I always told you, I've already told you that. The first 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1, 2, 3, all of them, they were inside Asia. So it's likely that we're going to have a compression. And you see, we actually had a compression. London was compressed inside Asia. You can see clearly inside. We're compressed in it. Okay? Until we opened New York, and New York did the expansion. New York opened the expansion of London. So New York expanded. Right? Good. So you can see how it really works. This is how it really works. So London compression will only happen if we don't break any of the sides of Asia. So we always need to break one of the sides of Asia within the first 1 hour, 30 minutes of London. If not, we are going to compress. Don't waste your time. Okay? Yeah, that is how come you would not sit on the chart for a very long time, because you understand what is happening. Okay? Look at what happened. London was compressed inside. London was compressed until New York. So Asia actually sets the pace. Okay? It always sets the pace. Always you look at Asia. Right? You always look at Asia. Asia is the one that sets the pace. Asia is the one that sets the pace. Are we following? Are we following? If you have any questions, you can ask me. If there is no question, I would move on. So we have now come to understand two things that happened in London. London expansion or London compression, right? Either London expands or compress. So with first 1 hour, 30 minutes, we have to break the Asian high or the Asian low. Once we break the Asian high or the Asian low, it means that London will expand. Okay? But if we don't break the Asian high or the Asian low, London will compress. Is it clear? Is it very clear, guys? If it's clear, let me know. If it's not, let me know. Okay? Yeah. If it's clear, let me know. If it's not, let me know. Guys, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. You can put everything in the comment section and we can understand that. Okay, so you see, look at how classic this one looks like. So this was the Asian low, and like I said, the first 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours, we need to get, somebody says, please come again. We need to get a break. And look at what happened. The first 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we took out the low of London. That is the direction of the market. You saw it? This is actually the direction of the market. So this is well, how do you call it? A very simple way of trading the sessions. Okay, very simple way. You don't need to learn so many things. Okay, so somebody said I should go over, so I'm going to go over. All right, this time around, let me write a few things on the board. So I'm going to write a few things right here. London compression. Oh, it's London compression. Is that correct? Or is TION, which is with compression, right? So London compression. Then the next one is London expansion. So London compression and London expansion. So let me write here also the expansion. All right. So London compression and London expansion. Let me make it graphically so that you would understand. So I'm going to make a graphic representation of this. Okay, graphic representation. All right. So Asia is the one that sets the pace. Asia is the guy, right? Asia is the guy that sets the pace. So the color for Asia, we're using something like this. We're using something like this. Okay, so let me use something like this. Okay, I can't get the right colors. Oh, I actually changed. So it should be this instead. Yeah. So this is Asia. Okay, let me put in there Asia. So this is Asia. Guys, please don't forget to like, comment, share the links, That is the least things you can do. Okay, that's the least things. It's a free thing that you can do. You can share the links, you can like, you can comment. These are free. They are free things. Okay, yeah. So please do that. All right, please do that. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All right, so we saw this is Asia, this Asia right there, Asia right there. So like I said, the first 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours, okay, the first 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours, right? So within this first 1 hour 30 minutes of Asia, of London, then London is what? Blue. London is blue. So what is going to happen is that we need to take one of the sides. So with London compression, we would not take any of the sides. We won't take it. Okay, we won't take any of the sides. So London is going to compress. It means that there is not going to be so much action in London. London is going to compress. All right. So the first 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours, London is going to compress. Right? If we don't take any of the sides. So we need to take one of the sides. So if we don't take any of the sides, then it means that we would compress. Let me put London in here. So London. So this is London. Now, let's come to the other side. And in the other side, we would have two of them. Okay, so we'll have two. So the first 1 hour, 30 minutes to the 2 hours, when we break the upside, then London would expand to the upside. Where is the curve? So London would expand to the upside once we take out the Asian high. Okay, London would expand to the upside. When we take the low, London would expand to the downside. Guys, are we following? So yes. So once we take the down part, we are going to expand to the downside. It's just simple. All right? Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Or I should go over again? I think this is very, very clear. This is very, very clear. So the first 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours, you need to see something like this. In London, you need to see. Okay? We need to see something like this. So if today we should have taken the high of Asia, London, first 1 hour, 30 minutes, we've had the first 30 minutes, we are left with the others. So if we should take this high, it means that London would expand to the upside. But if that does not happen, okay, if that does not happen and it maintains like this, then we are going to have London compression. Compression is SS. London compression. Okay. Do we get that? Is it clear now, guys? Daniel Ankara, is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? All right. So now that you understand this very basic concept, I have shown you examples of it. Okay. Yeah, you can see this was the low of Asia. London open 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 candles, nothing happened. London will compress. It will be inside Asia. Nothing will happen. Okay? Nothing is going to happen. It is compressed. So that gives you London compression. All right? Now let's look at here. This was the high of Asia. London opens and broke the high. What happens? It expands. So in this case, we are having London expansion. London expansion to the upside. And then sometimes we can also expand to the downside. Okay. And when we expand to the downside, it's still the same thing. Right? So you can see the actions where it actually happened. Good. So here is it. This is the lowest point of Asia. This is the lowest point of Asia. All right, the lowest point. The first 3 to 4 hours, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing really happened. Okay, we did a sweep, went up. Then we will come to Tokyo, New York later. For now, let's understand the London compression and expansions. So you see, we have London compression because the first 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours, we did not do anything. So we were compressed inside Asia. All right, guys, just understand that and you will be fine. So this was the Asian low. This was the Asian low. And this time around, it failed just like any other strategy. We took the low, but then we started going to the upside. Okay? Simple. Let's understand this very things. It's very, very important. And when we start to incorporate it into a strategy, you will see how powerful it really works like. It really, really works like. Okay? Very good. Just understanding the sessions gives you an idea of what you should be doing. Just understanding the session. You cannot trade only the sessions alone. It's not a standalone. All right. Now let's get into the other half. The other half. And what is the other half? What's the other half? Okay, good. So what's the other half? Yeah. Currently, we'll be looking at our models and we will see how beautiful and powerful this our model looks like. we've done a very good job. Yeah, my team and I, we are working tirelessly around the clock to give you the best of stuff. All right, now we can see how beautiful this looks like. The color here looks off. We need to change that. Okay, so let's look at how beautiful this looks like. Okay, last week performance. Last week we made over 53. We made over that. We put it to the very low, but actually we're around 76 RR, 76 total RR, and the pips that we generated was around 9,000, almost 10,000 pips, right? Pips generated, very good. And the average, we can see the averages. This data gives us a clear view of whatever we are looking at. Okay, it gives us a clear view of whatever we are looking at. So that makes us understand what is really happening. Yeah, let me take you to analytic edge. So this edge gives us some kind of power, right, or some kind of ideas into what we should be looking at. We should be looking at best performing models, and we can see a whole lot of analysis right in here. Okay, data is being populated, so once it's getting in, the model is getting more powerful and more, right? In fact, let me show you from the other side where we actually did that work. So where we actually did that work, I'm going to show you that shortly. All right, so let's go check it out, and you are going to see the real work. All right, so this is how it should be looking like inside that area. It says that your strongest statistical edge, okay, is the gold using the EPOI sniper model, and then the 15-minute time frame during the Asian session. So this model is performing so well at this point, and we can see the sessions that we are performing well. We can see the heat map of all these things, or we can see a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, this is where I really like. It's just giving me which sessions I should be focusing on, and I'm getting that clearly. And currently it's giving me also the risk models, risk baskets, holding durations analysis, and all of that. So these things are coming up very nice, smooth, the way we actually want it. Now let's get into our parts where we are involved. Okay, where we are involved, and we are involved in a challenge. And today because we are way behind, currently we are $330. So it means that today we should be making $46, right? Yeah, if you were following and you pick the trades that we gave from Friday and even yesterday, we should be up. But we will not record that. We'll only record the Friday, because the Friday trade was called. So, and I was actually in the trade myself. When I'm not in a trade, I don't do a recording into the data. When I'm in the trade, I record it. So this trade gave me more than $40. Okay, that trade gave me more than $40. So we're going to add it in here. That is plus 40. So that is going to give us 70. Okay, it's going to give us 70, because that was Friday's trade, and that would push us all the way. That will push us all the way into the challenge again. So we are back in the challenge. Even though we have not traded today, you can see we have passed today's target, right? And you can see we are actually there. Okay, we are actually there, and today we should be at $198. We should make that kind of money, right? We can see we should make about $46 today. Okay, yeah, because we are growing. The system is now giving us the edge. So if you are not in the challenge, don't forget to join the challenge. The challenge is very, very simple. Just deposit and trade. Very, very simple. Deposit with us, trade. Deposit, trade. Okay, and you will see how beautiful we are moving. Currently, we have not gotten to any milestone, so we are still low key. Once we travel, we will start to see the milestones. All right, we'll start to see the milestones. We are getting close, small. Everything starts like that, right? Everything starts like that. So you can see what you are doing. You can see what you are doing. Okay, yeah. So that's basically it. What we are doing, our target, our ideas, we can see that. If you are not in a channel, then the challenge is not late. It's not late at all for you to join the challenge. It's not late at all, right? Because if you can see the RR that we are making within just a week, you can see that yes, you can work with us. Okay, averagely we are making an RR of 50 averagely every single week on week. Okay, so that is telling you that yeah, you can work with us. You can work with us, right? You can work with us because we don't just take trades. All right, we do a whole lot of things in the background before we actually even take the trade. All right, yeah, perfect, guys. So if you have any questions, put it in the comment section. If you like what I'm doing, just give me a like, a comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Right, we're bringing you a whole lot of things, so you need to stay on so that you can get access to all of these things. All right, guys. So now we have seen the analysis. We've also seen the sessions. We've seen one model of the sessions, just one. That is London compressions and London expansions. We've seen that. No, so it's two models. London compression, London expansion, two models. All right. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section. If you like what I'm doing, just give me a like, comment. All right. Yeah, just give me a like or a comment. Okay, just give me a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, at this point, if we don't have anything to say, anyway, at this point, my name is Dr. Mola, and I say bye for now.